Hey everybody, what's up? It's Marita here, Marbar Makeup. Welcome back to my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. So starting off, I am toning my face with my Dickinson's Original Witch Hazel and taking my lip balm and moisturizing my lips with that and applying my eye cream underneath my eyes. All products that I'm using in this video today will be listed in the description box down below. Taking my Pond's Rejuveness anti-wrinkle cream and applying that to my face to moisturize with today. I'll also apply it to my neck. When you apply any products to your neck, you want to go in an upward position. You don't want to drag down. You don't want to tug on your skin. You always want to drag up when you're doing that. I'm applying my collagen drops to my forehead, around the mouth, and around my eyes, and tapping it onto my eyelids as well. You always want to be very gentle when you're applying products around your eyes. Taking my Absolute primer drops, and I'm also going to be applying that to my face to prime with today. And next up, I'll be taking my E.L.F poreless putty primer and applying that on my cheeks, around my nose, and down my nose. Those are where my pores are the biggest, and you want to try to eliminate your your pores as much as you can. Well, not really eliminate them, but try to cover them up is what I'm trying to say. It helps your makeup to apply a lot smoother, and your pores aren't so much visible when you do this. So now I'm taking my Beauty Bakery translucent powder and applying that to my eyebrows just to try to take away some of the shine and the oils that are in my eyebrows so that I can apply my eyebrow products. I'm using my Morphe eyebrow pencil in the shade Cold Brew. And I'm lining underneath the brows at first, very light strokes when you're doing this. You want to fill your brows in lightly and then build up the pigmentation over time. So fill them in very lightly, and on the other side with the spoilie, you want to brush the product through your brows to distribute it evenly. So, you want to just take your time when doing this step. You don't want harsh, strong brows. Like, you want them to be noticeable, but you don't want hard strokes and a lot of product at first when you're first applying your brow pencil or your pomade or whatever you decide to use to your brows. You want to start it off lightly and build up the pigmentation over time. So switching over to the other brow, I'll be doing the same steps that I did on the other side. Very light strokes, building up the pigmentation. You want to take your time once again doing this step. Just keep checking to make sure that everything's symmetrical and even as much as you can. Your eyebrows are sisters. They're not twins, but they're sisters or cousins. So you just want to take your time when doing this step. Brows are very important and probably one of the first things people notice about your face. So make sure you take your time and get it right. Okay, after filling in my eyebrows now, I'm taking my L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer and an angled brush, and I'll be applying the shade 405 under the brows. I'm slightly applying product in the beginning of the brow, but trying to put more of it towards the middle and the end of my brow. That's just my preference. I start off very lightly in the front and then build it up towards the back and drag that product down to my eyelid. I like to use concealers as an eyebrow. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, this is late at night and I'm trying to do a voiceover. I like to use concealer to prime my eyelids, is what I was trying to say originally. So yeah, whatever product's left on the brush, I like to kind of drag it down to the eyelid. Now, putting concealer around your eyebrows is an optional thing. You don't have to do it. I just like doing it. I like the way it looks. I like how it cleans up the eyebrows and makes them more noticeable. So yeah, you don't have to do this step. You really don't. You can just go ahead and start applying your eye makeup if you wanted to, but for me personally, I love doing this step before doing my eye look. And I also like to take my fingers and kind of diffuse out that product in the front to make it look a little bit more natural and not so much noticeable. Okay, and I'm applying a little bit more product under the brow bone and smoothing it down with my fingers as well. Now I'll be picking up the other L'Oreal Infallible Concealer Full Coverage in 410 and the same angled brush and applying that to the top of my eyebrow to clean up the top of the brows. I also like to take that product and drag it upwards to try to help with blending it out later. When I take my buffing brush and blending it out, it helps when you drag that product outwards. I'm applying that concealer in the middle of my eyebrows and onto the eyelid to get ready for the next step of buffing out the concealer. I'm taking my BH Cosmetics 128 brush and buffing out the concealer with this brush. And yes, I know this looks crazy. I know a lot of people are probably going to be like, oh, that's not even your shade. It's too light. But trust the process. It's going to get better. Once I apply my foundation around my forehead and down the nose, you won't even notice that I had that light concealer there. And I put it on my eyelids, like I said earlier, to prime my lids before applying my eyeshadows. A lighter concealer can help for the colors that you apply to your eyelids to be more pronounced, more vibrant, and more bright. So it's a good step to do before applying any eyeshadows, especially if you're going to be doing bright colors. It's always good to go with a light concealer on your eyelids to help the colors stand out more. You can either use concealer or you can use an eye primer. So it's your choice. Whatever you like to do, that's what you should do. And I'm taking my ColourPop brow gel, my Brow Boss gel in clear, onto my eyebrows to help set my eyebrow hairs in place. So next up, I am taking my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. I am color correcting with this shade C13 under the eyes and around my mouth. That's where my dark spots are on my face, the hyperpigmentation. So I like to color correct before applying any other face products. So the same concealer that I used around my eyebrows is what I'm using underneath the eyes right now. The shades 405 and 410. And now I am taking my E.L.F. satin finish foundation in caramel and my Clinique, my Clinique Even Better foundation, and this is in the shade WN110. I'm mixing both of them together today. The E.L.F. foundation is a satin finish and the Clinique is more of a dewy, and I kind of want the combination of both on my face, so I mixed both of them together and I'm applying them to my face with my E.L.F. Total Face Sponge. And like I was saying earlier, you can kind of tell now that I blended out the concealer that was around my eyebrows. I toned it down with my foundation. And I always like to let my concealer sit a few minutes before I blend it out. It helps give you more coverage when you do this. And I'm taking my E.L.F. Camo sponge to blend out my concealer. And I'm also taking that sponge and blending out the concealer on my eyelid so that I can get rid of all the creasing, so I can set it with powder. And you want to make sure to blend out your concealer around your nose so that you don't see any harsh lines of demarcation. And I always like to go back in with my face sponge to blend in the concealer and the foundation where they both meet, so that it's a seamless, flawless application. I am taking my Beauty Bakery powder again and setting underneath the eyes. I always blend out the concealer first before setting with powder. And make sure that you're setting your concealer that's around your nose with the powder so that you don't get any creasing in between those areas as well. I'm taking my MAC Studio Fix foundation powder and setting my face with this powder around the concealer, not on it. And I'm just tapping that powder into my skin, or more so pressing that powder into my skin. Not so much swiping, but just pressing it into the skin. You don't want to swipe because it will make your product move when you swipe it. So press it into your skin, don't swipe. So now I am contouring my face with my black opal setting foundation powder in the shade Deep 05. And I'm taking an angled brush that I got from Walgreens a while back, and just pressing that powder into the temples of my forehead, my cheekbones, the jawline, and down the neck. When applying this product, I like to tap off any extra powder that's on the brush so that my contour isn't so harsh. I don't like my contour to be hard. I like a nice soft contour. I don't like it to be too harsh. So yeah, just tap off the product before applying it to my face. I'm highlighting with my IBY Radiant Glow highlighter. I got this in a Ipsy bag a while back, along with the brush that I'm using to apply the highlighter with. I'm just applying it to the bridge of my nose, my forehead, my cupid's bow, and my chin, as well as the top of my cheekbones. Taking my Fit Me pressed powder in 332, I'm just taking that underneath the eyes on top of that Beauty Bakery powder just to tone down that powder some. And I'll also apply that to my eyelid to help set my concealer in place. Okay, we're going in to the Warrior 2 by Juvia's, and I'm taking that light brown shade and using it as my transition color in the crease of my eyes. And I'm using my Morphe M518 brush to apply this color with. Please feel free to leave any comments down below of any makeup looks that you may want to see, and I'll be sure to try to do them in upcoming videos. I'm just placing that product down first, the eyeshadow color, and then blending it out into my crease. Sticking with that same palette and that same brush, after cleaning it off, I'm picking up that dark medium brown eyeshadow shade and placing that on my outer corner and blending it towards my crease. I hope that you all are enjoying your day and that you'll also enjoy this video. I'm placing that color down on my outer corner of my eye and swiping it towards the middle of my eyelid. Switching over to a Morphe 504 blending brush with no product on it, I'm just sweeping those shades across my eyelid to blend them out. Picking up the Warrior palette now, I'll be applying the shade Amina to the middle of my eyelid with an E.L.F professional eyeshadow brush. Using the same E.L.F eyeshadow brush and the same palette, I cleaned off the brush and I'm applying a lighter shimmery shade into the inner corner of my eyes. And I'm flipping that brush back and forth to blend the two shades together. Taking the Morphe M535 brush, I'm just reapplying that medium brown eyeshadow shade into my crease, my outer and inner corner as well. Picking up my 504 brush again from Morphe, I'll be taking the light brown eyeshadow shade and blending that on top of the medium brown shade that I just applied. And I'm just applying a little bit more of that light shimmery shade into my inner corner of my eyes. I'm picking my Warrior 2 palette back up again and applying that dark medium brown eyeshadow shade to the outer corner of my lower lash line. I'm using a Japanese, I hope I'm pronouncing that name right, smudger brush, the 346 smudger brush. I'm not applying any more product to this brush. I'm just blending everything out. Taking that smudger brush, I'm going into that dark medium brown eyeshadow and applying that to my lash line. And taking a little smidge of that black eyeshadow and placing that into the outer corner of my lash line just to deepen that color. And once again, blending all the eyeshadows together. Taking a blush that I got from my Ipsy bag a while back. It's from Tarte. I believe it's in Feisty. I'm applying that to my cheeks with a angled blush brush that I got from Amazon. Taking my Morphe continuous setting spray, I'm spraying my face with this, and I'm also going to be mixing it with my MAC Fix Plus spray. And I'm taking my Dollar Tree fan to dry down that spray. I'm picking up my Clinique High Impact Extreme Volume Mascara, and I'm coating my lashes top and bottom. Picking up my Duo Eyelash Adhesive Glue and my Eye Envy Multi-Angle and Volume 3D Collection eyelashes. I will be using the lashes 105 and applying them to my eyes. And I didn't quite like the placement of my eyelashes the first time, so I took them off, reapplied the glue, let it get tacky, and reapplied them once again. And I like to flip my tweezer around and take the opposite end of it to try and press the lash band down into my lash line more to adhere it better. And I am taking the Morphe lip pencil in Vibes. Yes, this is my favorite lip pencil of the moment. And I am just lining my lips with that lip liner. I'm taking 2 MAC lipsticks today. One of them is in the shade Honey Love, and the other one, I can't read the name of it on the bottom. So I'm going to try to look it up on their website and leave it down in the description box below. And I'm placing Honey Love in the middle of my lips. And then with my finger, I'll blend that into the other shade that I just placed down. Well, that brings us to the end of this makeup tutorial. Please like, comment, and share this video and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on your notifications so that YouTube will let you know that I uploaded another video. So I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye.